Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Let's go.
Yeah.
Another episode. Sick. Dude, I have never know how to open up a podcast.
Yeah.
Oh
Well, usually I just have to open up your phone and find the podcast. It's not.
no. Oh, funny guy. Funny guy. Oh,
uh your names.
I'm Jesse.
Let's go.
Uh,
Yeah.
Eavesdropping Houseguests podcast, episode 8. Eight's crazy.
Wow.
Eight's crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
8
So
weeks.
we've been doing this for over 70 days.
8 times 7 is 56. How we doing it? How would that be?
Never mind.
Okay, 6. I wanted to make sure I didn't just accidentally try to correct you and be wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've been doing it for more than 50 days, which is still a cool thing. um, that was good. So let's start off with the how what
Wait, I got for Matt's misplay of the weekend, it's me for not being able to do math.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. So diary room, what are you up to?
So this weekend I'm going to the last Cubs game of the season, Cubs Brewers. It's pretty exciting. It could have a lot of stakes or it could have no stakes. The Cubs have been like absolutely terrible over the last couple of weeks. And an update last week on my pants situation. I made the return, did everything again, and they don't have my size. So we're just curling up the bottoms and we're rocking them.
All right. That's stylish though. I like rolling up the pants.
Yeah, no, totally. Like it totally like works. Like I could have just returned it, just got my money back, but I was like, let me just get these pants and we'll call it a day. We'll make it,
That's fine.
What are you up to?
No, wait, what about work? Did anything special happen with work recently?
Oh, stop. Yeah, bro. Employee of the month.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Just want to.
Employee of the month, how does it feel?
It's a great honor, go in there every single day, giving it my all. And no, it's a cool honor to get. It's always nice to get a little pat on the back at work from the bosses and whatnot. And the best part is that you get a parking spot right up to the building. So
wow.
Yeah.
For like a month or for like a week or a day?
Yeah, for a month. Employee of the month. So yeah.
Oh, no way.
We'll
get all of October?
All of October. So when it's getting cold, I'll be
big. That's right huge.
There. Yeah. So then I think I also get a little card. Yep. So sweet. Get to read a little thank you.
Does the entire company sign it?
I think it says from WTVO, so I know all their love is in it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. All righty. But yeah, it was yeah, so did you talk yet?
Oh no, I didn't.
Oh, okay, word. I was like, yeah, your mess.
Yeah, no.
Okay, word.
Homecoming is tomorrow or today. I don't know when this will air. It's Saturday, September 30th. Homecoming, and so that's when the Sports Network at Montclair State University puts on this huge production, 10 cameras, 2 hosts on a set right next to the field, like college game day, 2 sideline reporters, 3 guys calling the game. I'm one of the guys that's going to be on the set. And so we have an hour pregame show. And you know all about that. You're one of the pioneers of the Homecoming live show. But that's tomorrow. So we've been preparing for it. We had a 3-hour rehearsal today. I got a haircut yesterday. I got a new tie today.
Wow. So I asked you like 2 weeks in a row if you get a haircut, and you didn't even get a haircut. And
you didn't ask me.
Yeah. Well, it looks good.
Well, every 3 weeks. So on episode 11, I'll have a new haircut.
I'll write that down.
All right. But yeah. So just all my focus has been towards Homecoming, and then once that's over, then there's gonna be a huge relief off my shoulders.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Speaking of having a relief
So
author,
can we watch it somewhere? Can we watch it anywhere?
you can watch it on YouTube, Red Hawk Sports Network. Subscribe. After you subscribe to the Eavesdropping Houseguests, go subscribe to the Red Hawk Sports Network. But speaking of,
Wow, that's crazy. Yo, also, you know what's funny? Or not funny, but all morning I was super sick. And everybody, like when you win employee of the month, the bosses all come around like clapping and like it's like almost your birthday at like Applebee's or
yeah,
something. They give you
oh
something.
my gosh,
And so this morning, like I was super sick and I called out of work. And so my surprise came in a text.
ah,
We'll take the picture on Monday, don't worry.
dang. And you had no idea that you're winning Employee of the Month today?
Oh, I mean, like, every day I go out there with an employee of the month mentality. No, I did not know I was gonna win employee of the month.
That's so funny.
But yeah, what were you gonna say?
I forget. It was some perfect lead into Cameron returning to the Big Brother house.
Yes,
Wow.
everyone's favorite villain. Maybe everyone's favorite hero
I
is
think
becoming
so.
their hero.
I think he's the all right, hear me out. Cameron is Anakin Skywalker.
Ooh, okay.
Now watch this.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna need more.
when Anakin was young and he's going through the stages of learning to become a Jedi, he was loved, right? When Cameron first came into the household or into the house, he was loved. He was a jolly old fella, and he had a great companionship with red hair. Who did Anakin have a companionship with? Obi-Wan Kenobi, also red hair. Going through it, but then Anakin became more powerful as time went on. Cameron started to win competitions as time went on. He became more powerful. The power went too far, and people started to cross him, like how the Jedi Council didn't make Anakin master, and that made him upset, and how Jared lied to Cameron, and it ruined a relationship for Cameron, isolated him. And so Cameron and Anakin both became isolated, both went to the dark side, had all this power, and then somebody else emerges and takes Anakin down. Obi-Wan ended up doing that. Red couldn't do that because he got evicted before him. But then eventually Cameron falls off like Darth Vader did. But then he has that reversal towards the end of his story when Darth Vader is met with Luke and he throws Palpatine off the Death Star, and Cameron takes Jared down, him down, and is back in the house. And now we like him.
Oh my gosh.
I just thought of this.
I can't wait to hear about the sequels. Dude, that was, yeah. I mean, Anakin is one of the hardest characters in all of fictional entertainment. And I have written down that Cameron might be the hardest player I've seen in so long. Like, dude, he is so sick. And he's so good. He's so good.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how it works out for him a lot of times, like when his back's against the wall. I mean, he was just so much better at that comp than probably like anybody else would be. Why wasn't Jared reaching over into the basket too to do that? But and whatnot. But like, I mean, Cameron just like had that like, I'm gonna like finish this. Like, I don't know. Like, so he's so good. Yeah.
There were so many points throughout that competition where and Cirie was even like, slow down.
Yeah.
Like, bro, Jared was flying through it. And I think if they were to do that over again, like Cameron would do the same thing he did, but Jared would be like, I'm dumb for flying through it. Just take your time and anticipate that eventually Cameron will make at least one mistake. And he did. So if you just go slow. Slow and steady wins the race. You got to learn something from the tortoise and the hare. And if
Wow,
that is that, yeah, I'm pulling out all the references
a
today.
philosopher out here.
But you have to take things slow and just anticipate that your opponent is going to make a mistake. And if you just keep things like control what you can control and not lose all of your skulls, then you'll finish in enough time. But I think Jared just he was genuinely just like the hare.
Mhm.
He just felt like he had this, like he had to go fast.
Yeah, 100%. And it was just, I mean, Cameron did everything right in when being the zombie, because like it wasn't just the competitions too, like they were in the house for like the entire week,
Yeah,
which wasn't as bad as I thought, and it was actually
yeah,
maybe better than I thought. Like
yeah,
it's always like that, like it's like I'm like nervous that it's gonna be terrible having to worry about Jerry coming back into the house, or like
yeah,
even Cameron, like that was a huge person to just get out
yeah,
already. But I mean, like to see the Felicia Cirie Jared argument was really cool.
yeah,
And then to see like Cameron just like play an amazing job of like making friends instantly, and like, putting himself in a good spot, like at getting back into the
yeah,
game. But yeah, I mean, the competition was a really cool one too. That like they do
yeah.
that one every year, I feel like.
I like how they broke it up into like a few days.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really cool. That was.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. And then respect to Cameron, and I loved his saying about how he wants the ball in his hands,
Mhm.
about like whether or not he was going to pick himself or Jared to do the final comp. And he probably knew he was going to do it, but also he wanted to see what the competition was
Oh,
first, because
for sure.
if it was going to be something impossible, then obviously just give it to
I
Jared.
thought there were 3 holes on the zombie,
Yeah, yeah,
one. So like when he did it with one with only like a minute left and it was like over, and I was like the whole time I was like, oh my gosh, he's not gonna
yeah,
and then he only
yeah,
did one, and I was like, oh,
yeah.
that was pretty easy actually.
I saw a spoiler. So I
Mhm.
just watched the episode like an hour ago, but a couple hours ago I was scrolling on Instagram and I follow Big Brother, obviously, and they posted the extended interview with
Oh,
Jared.
but they did the thing beforehand.
Yeah, it went by quick.
Oh, okay. Because like I actually like like for 2 seconds I was like processing like what they were showing, but I think it was like spoiler alerts coming, something
Yeah,
like that. And I was
that didn't click with me.
like, what? And then I was like, oh, and then I scrolled down to read like where it was like just covering like the caption and like the video.
Yeah, it
So I read it and I was like that, I was like,
was rough.
dang. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
then what did so Jared went home,
yeah,
but
it's eviction.
through that episode he was bawling his eyes out.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think about just his eviction?
Oh my gosh. Like I honestly like it was okay. So when he had the conversation with Blue, and at the end of the conversation, Blue was like, "So what does that mean for us?" And Jared was like, "Well, this is all like still really fresh. Like this is just like something new that happened. Like this doesn't mean like yes or no for us." I was like, "Dang, that's a really real like thing to say." And that's like steps away from the game a little bit, and it's like okay, Jared, is this way about the game and like this way in real life, to like how he feels about Blue and whatnot. So like I thought it was like really, I actually didn't think it was that. Sometimes I think it's like hilarious when people cry because like I don't think it's always warranted. But I don't
Yeah.
think he's played like a really exhausting game. He's
Yeah.
been lying so much, and he's like, dang, like I've been riding with so many people, but like nobody has my back right now. Everybody wants
Yeah.
me. So it's probably like, and I mean the whole like, oh my gosh, I'm leaving my mom in the house. It's like I don't know if we got to be crying about all that like right now
She was
because
in
it's like
Survivor by herself for four
yeah,
seasons, bro.
and it's also like a game. You're not leaving her at war by herself. It's like
Yeah.
she's like it's like the type of thing where you get evicted. You're like, well, I hope my mom can still like hold it down. No, leave my mom there.
Bro, you'll see her in like
She's
40
got
days.
nobody else. Yeah, like
Yeah.
dog. Yeah, so like that was probably like the worst part of it, and the main part of him crying. But I totally like understand
Yeah.
emotions. What do you think?
No, I agree. I thought it was like annoying that he kept crying when he lost the competition, because like it wasn't over at that point. Like Cameron still had to win or choose Jared to do the competition. So like I don't know, I felt like he just threw in the towel before, and I guess he never really got the opportunity to defend himself after that. But it's like, come on, bro. Like if you're gonna go home, just like take it.
Yeah,
And then like I understand the crying. Like I guess it was upsetting, but like not anybody else got a second chance to come back into the house. Like
yeah,
he was able to go back in for another week. Like we lost Riley after 2 weeks. Like she wasn't crying.
yeah.
I was.
And not for nothing. And not for nothing. He didn't do a good job of handling himself. Like he literally made enemies of everybody the second he got
Yeah.
into the house. Like, bro, you don't really
Yeah.
what are you gonna
His
go home the next week?
yeah,
Dog.
his downfall was genuinely given to him by himself. Like he was the one that was spreading misinformation for his own purpose, and it came back to bite him. Well deserved. I think he should have been gone, and I was hoping he didn't go back to the house.
You see his like interview with or pod he went on Taylor's podcast
Oh no way.
last year's Big Brother, yeah, winner. And she asked him about his girlfriend and like, we hear you have a girlfriend. And
I
he
totally forgot that he has a girlfriend.
Yeah, and he was like, I broke up with her like the day or like a month before, and like we like it was totally like we knew that that was like how our relationship ended and everything, and but it was for 7 years, and so I talked to Blue about it, like before getting into a deep relationship, like I was in a 7 year relationship, and Taylor's like, okay, well we heard you say we love you, Kelsey, after the first episode, and that's her name, so like I was like, oh snap.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that. I didn't even know Taylor had that podcast.
Yeah, I feel like all the Big Brother house guests recently like have one. Like Derek
Yeah.
and Cody have one. They discuss
That's
like the
sick.
house. Julie has one too. Do
So
you ever watch it?
no.
It's God 101, I think it's called. And so
Huh.
like, yeah, it's like they they talk about like I've only watched like the first like 15 minutes of every episode, but like the first part is like she asks the guest like, oh, how do you feel about God? And then I think they go right into Big Brother.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe not all episodes. Maybe she has other guests outside of Big Brother House guests on, but that's what that's what it's like.
That's funny.
But yeah, so
I'm sure it doesn't compete with the eavesdropping house guests.
not at all, dude. All these popular Big Brother House guest podcasts. Come on now.
Why would you want to listen to a podcast about Big Brother from people that were in the house rather than people
No.
that just watched the show from home?
Original. Come on now. You think Cameron reminds me of Cody. Do you remember from Who Married Jessica from I forget what Big Brother, the one with Paul.
Yeah. Cody was sick.
Yeah.
Cody's from your town, right?
No, Cody Califury, a different one, like Cody Neeson or something like that. He went home, I think, before jury or something, or maybe right after jury, the first person. Jessica Graff was his like the girl that he met. Um, he definitely would know him. He went home. Oh,
BB 16, 22, 19.
Cody Jessica Graff.
Oh, Nixon?
Yeah, Cody Nick.
Yeah. I remember him.
Yeah. Like he was like going crazy, and like then he ended up making like enemies of like a lot of the house and whatnot. But like I feel like he's a lot like Cameron now, where he's just like going really hard and whatnot. But Cameron's doing a way better job of like Cameron's a fun person to have in the house. Like,
Yeah.
it always seems like he's just like in a good vibes and everything.
Yeah.
It was crazy that like I almost forgot how he left the house because he was in such good standing with everybody. And then
Yeah.
it makes sense that he went home on Jared's HOH, where it was like no one in the house really had that much against him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, they do, but not to the extent Jared, of course, has.
Yeah. I want to look at, and I'll do this for the next show, but I want to look at the stats of winning HOH and then who went home the next week. Because it feels like there's been like a
So
train.
much of that.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
there's a direct lead from
So
Jared,
Riley, right?
Cameron to Jared, and Jared to Cody. Or Cameron won. No, Jared won. Cameron went home.
Then Jared goes home.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
There we
Okay.
go.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So like Riley won HOH first week, and she
Yeah.
goes home the next week.
Yeah.
Someone wins HOH, and he goes
Yeah.
home next week.
Yeah.
Who else did that happen to?
But then we get the pattern of the Cameron and Jared taking turns.
Yeah. That then who did anybody else? Felicia.
Felicia won HOH.
Yeah, but she doesn't of
So
course.
Corey's due. Corey's due for an eviction here,
Yeah, yeah.
theoretically.
He could go home.
Yeah.
Depending, we don't know who's gonna win. But you know it was crazy the awkwardness when Jared gets back into the house. Like, and everybody's just like awkwardly like they're not like humans sometimes.
Yeah.
They're, like standing at the TV and Jared just walk around like, "Yep, I'm back, I'm back."
Yeah.
You're just like, guys, like acknowledge each other.
Yeah. That was weird. And I guess I understand it because like they're like, no, he just went home and like he's gonna derail the game, but you gotta act excited. Like they have no acting skills. Like when Cameron won HOH and everybody was just like,
Exactly what I thought of. Yeah. Like, come on, guys. Just try to show it.
yeah,
Then I mean, like, right when Corey wins his HOH. Okay, so you want to talk about the double eviction episode? Or not the double
what
eviction episode. The like what happened after the double eviction.
what
So like Corey wins HOH. Like
yeah,
there was so much behind the scenes. I feel like that played out in like
yeah.
the Sunday episode, I think it was.
Mhm.
So like right when Corey wins HOH, America can't help herself but kiss him right away. And then it was funny, like Matt goes in to kiss him. But
Oh
Matt,
yeah, I did see that.
but Matt now showed us he's here to play a game. And honestly, Matt has a ton of my respect after these two.
Let's go.
Like, dude, my man, like, is here. Like, okay, the way he used the veto, perfectly smart. He also had a perfect plan for how he was going to tell Cirie, like, why I didn't use it. Like, Cirie, honestly, like, oh, yeah, he wanted to keep me and not Jared. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, the way he just, like, he was like, he pretty much lied to people's faces. And like he's pretty thankful that Jared didn't stick around, even though I think Jared still would have had to have tried to work with Matt in the end. But like, I mean, he's done a good job of like having everyone's trust, and
Yeah.
to use the veto in that moment was smart, was huge.
Yeah. He's so personable and
Mm-hmm.
like nobody, he hasn't made a single enemy in the house like at all. And so it's just so easy for people to trust him and to talk to him. And he's a cop beast.
Literally.
Yeah. So I said it day one.
Yeah, yeah. And you've never wavered. Never.
I've never wavered.
Oh, dude, like my man is like, yeah, he and just the way he was like smart about it, like, oh, I'm not gonna take Blue off. Like he really had to stand his ground there. Where like I feel like we've never had to see him do that. Like even when he's won power, it was the type of thing where like no one knows I have power, so I
Yeah.
make my own decision. I don't have to tell anybody. But it was interesting to me. Do you have anything to talk about? Like we talked about it a little bit, but Jared's like why he came into the house like that, or do you think like he kind of knew he wasn't gonna make friends with anybody? Like I reason I say this is like because he's taking his anger out on the wrong people. Felicia and
Yeah.
Blue are gonna be the people he's riding with.
Yeah. I think that was it, is that like he knew that he wasn't gonna be able to rebuild those bridges that he burnt already. So it was I'm gonna act like I've been acting, and then I need to win this HOH or else I'm going home. And like that's it. It's point blank. Either he had to win it or Cirie or Blue had to win HOH for him to stay, and he didn't even get it back in the house.
Dude, I think Felicia's her.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like after she was in the diary room and it was like, Jared, you tried to get me last week. Now I'm gonna roll over you this week, and then
Yeah.
goes and votes him out. And like the way he was, like the girls were a little weird when like Cirie's like, we have the 4 votes, and they're like, no, the majority don't have it.
Yeah.
So it's like they're saying pretty much like we're not voting. That was a
Yeah.
really weird situation. But like
Uh,
Felicia, I mean, I feel like she's done a lot more this week besides like just that move of like, okay, I'm getting Jared
yeah.
out this week. But
Her and
she
Mimi.
a smart move. I good for her. Like I really think that she's I think it was like even like Bowie in that mix where it was like Bowie was like
I forgot Bowie's in the house.
yeah. Like I feel like she kind of like did a sick thing where she was like, I kind of want to work with Jag, Cameron, and America. Like I don't trust these people anymore. They
Yeah.
keep running me over the whole game. She kind of stepped up, and like
Yeah.
now Cirie's game is done.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And that was one of the funny things of the post-game interview between Jared and Julie when she was like, who do you think Cirie is gonna be able to like work with? And he was like, I don't know. He was like, I have
Yeah.
no idea because her and Cirie are no longer besties. And if her biggest ally, according to Jared, is Blue, what? When have Blue and Cirie ever talked game? And
Yeah.
Blue has all these relationships with Jag and Matt and
Like
Cameron now.
maybe Matt is on Cirie's side.
Oh yeah, but at the end of the day, if Matt doesn't win HOH and one of Matt's alliances, Matt's not gonna fight for Cirie to stay off.
100%. 100%.
So
Yeah.
like Jared was the only one that was gonna fight for her to not be on the block. And like there might be some people that wouldn't put her up first, but wouldn't not care if she were left.
Yeah. No, I totally that's really what it is. Like, and she's gonna have to probably win a comp or two to really try to win.
But she hasn't. Has she won a single one yet?
No, she hasn't. And she literally needs to win an HOH in order to get, Felicia, Nicole, maybe Bowie, Jane, and Cameron, but I don't like Cameron is in his dream spot right now with Jag and Matt. But um yeah, Surrey's game is day to day.
Toast.
It's crazy how that three, Cirie, Izzy, and Jared, bang, 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 all of
Yeah.
a sudden gone.
They were
Jared, we knew in the moment Jared lying and that whole argument
yeah.
was bad, but like that really, really messed everything up. Maybe worst game move in a long time.
Yeah. I said it before that like Jared did it to himself, but he genuinely cooked that entire trio. Like
Mhm.
that was the big three. Like for the first like month of the season, it was like they're gonna run this house until the end because they have the numbers on the one side of the house and then they have the numbers on the other side of the house. So it's like, but it came up to bite them because people don't know how to speak to other people.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Alrighty. So, who do you think was gonna who do you think is the next target? I guess I don't know.
Next target, it really feels like Corey in America.
Mm,
As unfortunate as it is, like I think people are starting to realize, and it reminds me of the big three because like they ran the house for so long and were able to just slip under everyone's radar. But then people started to realize like they're running the house. And the same thing now is with Corey in America is that they were the ones that conjured the Jared eviction and the flip on Izzy. And so now people are starting to realize like, all right, Corey in America are playing a really good game and they're pretty good at comps. And now they're covering their bases where they have a alliance with Jag and Matt, but now they're talking with Mimi and Felicia. So it's like people are seeing that, and now Corey and America are probably going to be put up together. If one of who would you say in the house would win HOH and put Corey and America up.
See, that's the thing. Like from an outside perspective, they seem like the biggest targets because like it's like everybody kind of knows that they're doing stuff like kind of just talk to the other side of the house. But Matt said he's not going to put them up, and Jack probably is going to be the same thing. I assume Cameron, if he went to HOH, wants to get Cirie or Felicia, like probably someone over there out of the house. I mean, if they are continue to act sketchy like this, then maybe they go up. But like if Blue doesn't win it, maybe Nicole, Felicia, Cirie.
Cirie would definitely win.
But like, what is she gonna win it? No. Yeah, like they're definitely the biggest targets, but like the house is still divided where I don't know. I mean, I think like if you're Matt Jag, do you try to win HOH this week?
You try, yeah.
Because
I think if like Cirie won it, like she would probably throw Corey and America up. No, she wouldn't backdoor Matt. I don't know where Felicia and Mimi stand with Jag and Matt. And so that would leave them exposed. But I think that's the only two people that would probably go after Jag and Matt.
Yeah.
But like even then, like Jag and Matt just aren't like they haven't created any enemies and created any targets on their back, except for the fact that they're good. And so I think that's what is at the point now is like we've taken out most of the like outliers, or not the outliers, but the people that are standing out as like, all right, they need to go home. Maybe Cameron might be the guy that goes back up on the block. But Jag and Matt, like, what's the difference between going after them and going after Corey and America?
Yeah.
It's like I don't know if like there's a clear choice right now. What would you say? I like Jag and Matt. I like
go after Jag and Matt, not
what?
Corey and America. Corey and America might seem like they're pulling the most strings, but they're not in the best position, I'd say right now. Like Corey and America, like theoretically, like from a viewer standpoint, I think Jag, Cameron, and Matt are in the best position. Like Cameron is in a little bit of a rough position because, like you said, he can go right back on the block. But there's no way I think anybody in this house nominates Matt, and it's probably crazy because he might be the best competitor in the house.
Yeah.
Now let's say, like the reason you would go after Jag, let's say nobody's Nicole. Maybe she thinks like Jag. It's like McColl's never won, like has won the luckiest comp ever. Cirie like won the luckiest comp ever. If America and Corey win, they're not putting up Jag and Matt.
Yeah.
They kind of are working together. Who does Corey and Matt put up? I mean, who does Corey and America put up? Cirie
and a pawn, Blue. Cirie and Blue.
Yeah, that's tough. Blue's in a really bad spot now.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Blue's the new pawn. I mean, hardcore floater.
She was last week.
Yeah, that is true. You're right.
Also, you talked about Nicole winning something or not winning anything. Did you see what she said about like, oh, maybe she will team up with Corey and America because she knows she can beat them?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah, I saw that. Which actually, I mean, like, not for nothing. Those probably are the two people you can beat in a competition. But I mean, like, what did Corey win?
He won the
being right and wrong. Yeah. And then America
almost probably could have won
a 14-hour pressure cooker.
Yeah,
that's always what I go back.
The brains and the brawn. It's brains, Corey, brawn, America.
That's what I always go back to for her, like to like give her like, oh, she's a comp beast too, but it's like that's one comp, really.
Yeah, and then she fell off after 10 minutes of the wall.
Even though like Nicole has not come close on anything.
Yeah,
nothing.
Yeah, but has she tried yet?
The only thing and the only thing Nicole also has is that maybe America's like this too, but she doesn't seem like nerves get to her at all.
Yeah.
Like maybe nerves make America a little bit more horny. But
Yeah.
like Nicole, like she just like seems like she's the same person, and like 30 days from now, she'll be the same person.
Yeah. Why is everybody crying? I
Yeah,
ain't gonna trust any of these snakes. Like,
yeah,
yeah. Also, America.
yeah.
Hey, Anton brought up a good point. That I also said. Yeah, wait, don't let me edit that out because Anton never makes any good points. But but imagine
You
being,
act like no, everyone knows who Anton is.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, yeah, classic.
imagine being America's like family, like being her dad. Oh
Yeah.
God, I wouldn't be able to take that. My wife would be like, "Oh, like Matt, your daughter is on Big Brother right now." I'm like, "I'm not watching that. I'm not watching this year."
Yeah. Oh, that's tough. Yeah, I mean, like it is interesting. I feel like how like the days have gone, the seasons have gone on. Maybe I just haven't watched a ton of seasons lately, but like the public affection on this show this season is very high, and like
Yeah,
maybe
like
it's
they're
the
just
new
showing
generation,
kisses.
the new generation where, um, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely like a little bit rough, but I mean, if she it's helping her game and everything, and like, I mean, I'm all for the game. And like,
Yeah,
I don't know, I don't want to be like do it for the game or whatnot, do it for love, but like,
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, she does not have to go do that
yeah.
shower for
I
the game, so I don't know what I'm saying, but like,
yeah. I was
yeah,
confused. I didn't. So Jared and Blue, like it from what we've seen on the episodes, like it didn't seem like she was always in his bed and whatnot, but like they never really showed any PDA of them. But then like when Jared left, like he gave her like a goodbye kiss and whatever. So like that was
oh
like I was like,
yeah,
oh, so like
I
so
noticed that, yeah, yeah.
they
But they
are
also did
together.
use all the condoms in the house.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's why they didn't show any of them.
yeah, it's a little too much.
Yeah.
I wonder what that's like for like Cirie, like just like
Oh,
the whole house thinking that Jared leaving, he'll miss Blue the most. So like they saved that for the end, and like it's always like I don't know. But
did you
yeah,
see
it's
what Felicia said to Jared? She was when Jared was like in his bag after he lost the competition. Felicia was like, "What would your mother say?"
oh yeah,
And Saria's like patting his back.
oh yeah.
I'm gonna miss that sort of irony.
Oh, 100%, 100%. Like I can't wait for like Felicia and like I hope she gives some more quotes about it. Like, dang, it's like my son's
Yeah.
not around or something like that.
I am in need of like I can't wait for everybody to like for everyone to know. And I want like a live stream or like a recording of all of the house guests that have made it this far to like watch all the episodes again with like this new perception of, oh my gosh, Jared and Cirie are mother and son. Like,
Yeah.
I would love to hear what like they would think.
Yeah, they would feel so fooled. So
Yeah.
they have no idea. It was funny when like Cirie, Felicia and Jared were having their argument, and like Cam and Jag like cheers because like
Yeah.
Cam's like Jag's like you're safe right now. You're back in the house. Jared's
Yeah.
kind of in a tough spot, and Cam's like it did. That's just a baller. Cam is like he knows he's like all I gotta do is be cool and win this comp, and I'm back in the house.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Cameron's cool.
yeah. All right, so there's a bunch of alliances that I wanted to go through, and let me know what how you think of these alliances, like what strengths wise, and so we'll start off with Jag and Matt.
I love them. I think I want to say that they're the best alliance right now. They might be the best alliance right now.
Yeah,
They're the best alliance right now.
they have just so much loyalty. They probably have similar loyalty to Corey in America, but they're just way better, like in
Yeah.
competitions, like, and it's not even close, and probably way better relationship wise too. So
Yeah. Yeah, and
Yeah,
like Matt saved Jag.
yeah. Loyalty is through the roof, 100%.
Yeah,
Um, okay, now add Cameron in there.
that's interesting. Now, like theoretically, that is a scary trio. Like
Mhm.
they will run the house and they will win comps to back it up. Um, but like, do they trust Cameron? Cameron has to trust them because he has no one else. I just don't know the trust level of Jag and Matt to Cameron. But like Cameron was like, give me a week. So theoretically, they win, or Cameron wins HOH this week because he probably will because he never
Yeah.
wins, and he doesn't like take down Jag or Matt, and he does like they do a consensus of who should go home. That three could be the final three
Mhm.
because they could easily rotate winning HOH.
Imagine how shocking it would be if one of these three don't win HOH this week. Like all
Yeah,
those other names, I'll be shocked if they win
yeah.
HOH.
I'm curious now. Like, Big Brother has to know like the state of the house and whatever. Like, is this another mental comp because they know that there's going to be a clear favorite for three people to win head of household, or would they just do they keep the rotation going, whatever it is, and throw another physical comp out there?
Yeah, I mean, my counter argument for that would be like there might be more smarter people in here than physically fit people. So why not make it a physical competition to like make the playing odds more even?
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I don't know. And then now, so like, yeah, I'm kind of similar where it's like this can be the greatest trio run. Like they would get every single,
yeah,
they would really get it good, do good job, and whatnot. But um, yeah, the trust got to be there. I mean, I think Jag and Matt have no real reason to not trust Cameron at this point in the game. They know Cameron's got nobody else.
yeah,
But it'll probably take a week for that to happen. And I
yeah,
don't blame them for wanting to wait a week too, because like
yeah,
he said, Cameron's an easy pawn. You don't want to have
yeah,
too close of ties to him.
yeah.
So no,
So if Jag or Matt win HOH and they don't take put Cameron up, then that shows to Cameron like, all right, these are my guys. And
100%.
Cameron has said every day that like he's a man of his word. So
And they should 100% do that.
yeah,
They should not put
let
up.
him be your battle axe and your shield.
Yeah, exactly. Now you got Blue in there. So I want to talk about Jag, Matt, and Blue, that trio, not the four. Because I don't, I mean, unless you want to talk about the four,
No,
I
we
don't
don't have to talk
know
about the
anything
four.
about that. Like Cameron's already like my biggest problem actually going back to just the three of them first is Cameron's already talking about like so what we need is like the we need the two and then
The
the
layer.
three, and then
Yeah.
yeah, it's like bro, you just joined. You're like not even joined yet. You're still a
Yeah.
safety, bro. Come on.
Yeah. He's like, there's so many layers. It's like, yeah, and you're not in the last layer. You're
Yeah, right.
Jag and Matt will take you down.
Yeah, dude, that would be so good if like
Yeah.
Jack's like, I'll
Yeah.
save you, man.
Yeah. So Jag, Matt, and Blue is interesting to me. So they've been good friends, but Blue has always been like also with Jared. And now that Jared is gone, Blue will probably be hanging out with Jag and Matt a lot more. And so I think that could be like Jag and Matt are in a good spot.
For sure. For sure. And it also leads me to yeah, I guess like Matt and Cirie. So what do you think of that?
I know I think Cirie is like how Blue is gonna leech on to Jag and Matt. I think Cirie could leech on to Matt because Cirie has no one.
Mm-hmm.
And now I just like if Cirie leached onto Matt like a couple weeks ago, they would be like they would have a final two together. But now that it's later and Matt is so close with Jag and he sees how well they're doing, and they brought on Cameron and they brought on Blue, like Matt doesn't need Cirie. And like I hope he sees that. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting you say that because, like, I actually, for the first time, like, I think I've been saying this for a little bit now. It's like I understand why Matt, or maybe I still don't think Matt had this game plan with Cirie. I think he just like became really close with her,
Yeah,
and I think was completely blinded by it. But I think it actually is like so good. Like, it's one of the reasons why I think he's playing maybe the best game in the house. Like, he is like this relationship with her right now is like, okay, so after Felicia and Cirie got into their fight, Felicia kind of made it seem like, hey, we're gonna have to work with each other in the end, no matter what.
yeah,
Let's say that side of the house wins HOH. I think that's a huge reason why they won't put up Matt. I think Cirie realizes like my only partner on the other side of the house is Matt, so I'm not gonna vouch for him to be the one to go home.
yeah,
And plus, like when like Cirie realizes how close they are, and I think that kept Matt safe for a long time.
yeah,
Anytime that they would get power, I think it was very adamant, like they were not going to go after Matt. And so I
yeah,
actually think that was a really good relationship to have. I honestly think it'll stick around for a little bit because I think people are going to be like, okay, why are we going to vote Cirie out when
yeah,
she's not going to win a competition and she's the number one threat in the house? So
yeah,
I do think she sticks around for a little bit, but yeah, I don't really I mean it's a cool relationship, but Matt would be dumb to pick that over his other one.
yeah, for sure.
And then so now okay, so Felicia, Nicole, Corey, and America.
I feel like this isn't gonna last. I I don't know. I have doubts surrounding this. Um, a lot because like I don't know if any of them could win comps.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be so quick for it to dismantle. Like it's not an alliance that's gonna be built on much. Like it's not standing on very solid platform.
Yeah, last episode was funny. I said I want, since we know Corey, America, Jag, and Matt are a team, I want Cameron to come into the house and team up with Felicia and Nicole. Well, Cameron teamed up with Jag and Matt, and
Yeah,
Corey and America are now with Felicia
yeah,
and Nicole. Yeah, I mean, same with you. Like, who's gonna win? They need to win. If they lose, one of them four is going home this week.
yeah, for sure.
And then you got Corey, America, Jag, and Matt.
This was good, but now Corey and America are trying to cover their bases, and like Blue is now being the little devil on the right shoulder. Like,
Yeah.
oh look at them talk to the other people. They're and so they might be playing themselves.
Blue's like a rogue player where she like
Yeah,
she's not even playing to win, but she's just like playing like she like knows being with Jared wasn't always the right wasn't
yeah,
I said always twice wasn't always the right move or something like that. But she would do it anyways. But she would just do what she wants, and I don't mean it in like a weird like a mean way that I say that, but like
yeah,
just a way where it's like she's not doing it to win the game. She's doing it
yeah.
like, whatever her personal belief. She's playing a strange game, but yeah, I mean like she is talking terrible about Corey in America, so
Could be
that
rough for them.
alliance could crack, but if they're smart, those four should stick together. I mean,
Yeah,
Cameron is a cool addition, but like in the end, Corey and America are probably better off because Jag and Matt could beat them in their sleep.
yeah, yeah. Agreed.
And yeah, so now who now that we're at jury, or does one more person go home?
I think one more.
Okay, so one person away from jury. Is Matt still who's your favorite player in this house?
Matt.
Okay. Now, who do you think will win?
Matt.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
because he's just in such a comfortable position right now, and he's not the type of guy that will tarnish himself. Like Jared was in a great spot and he screwed himself. Heisem was in a great spot. He screwed himself. Like Matt's not gonna be the kind of guy that is gonna hurt himself. And I think he could keep having these great relationships because he also has Cirie on that other side of the house. And he's great at comps.
yeah, I mean, totally. Alrighty. So then I'll
Wait, what about you? Yeah.
my power rankings, I'll just say it.
Oh, will you answer who you
Yeah, atop my power rankings is
is the
more or less
person that
atop my power rankings is always usually at the time like who I think will win that week.
okay.
Um Yeah. Or like at that point of the game is who I think will win the game. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Okay, so at 10 we have Cirie.
Yeah.
She's going home.
Sure.
Maybe she'll be dragged along. Number 9, we got Bowie Jane.
I keep forgetting she's in the house.
I mean, there's not that many people that could go below
Did she
her.
get any screen time this past week?
Yeah, what did she do?
Did she do anything?
Uh she was like, when Cameron was like in his competition, she got to say, me and Cameron were in the same alliance, so we're pretty close. Like
What?
I hope he comes back into the game.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
All right,
Okay,
speaking of
buddy.
Cameron, he came in 8.
It's tough for him.
While he probably can win, he can
He can
probably
rise.
stay, for a few weeks. I don't think he'll make it to the end.
Yeah.
He's pretty much a main target for a lot of people. At number 7, we got Blue. She's just not as much of a big target, but she's not going to win like anytime soon.
Yeah.
Number 6 out of the top 5 is Corey. I think Corey could be going home soon.
Yeah.
We're seeing him play too hard of a game at this point, and he's doing a good job, but he's got to win. He doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh no, he did just win. He
Yeah.
did.
And now he can play in the
say
next.
about
He can play in the next head of household.
Yeah,
too.
so I still keep him here just because he's got such a big target on his back.
Yeah.
All top, like number 5, we got Jag.
Yeah.
I feel like nothing needs to really be said about
Yeah.
him there. Felicia, I got a 4. I don't know. I just like her mindset. Like I think that she's a smarter game player than
Yeah.
I give her credit for a lot of times, and I like you always
Tough
go
to have her over
like,
Jag though. I don't know.
you always, the thing is though, it's like if Corey and America win HOH, they theoretically could go for Jag over Felicia. They just created an alliance, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
And so if they have more power and they're thinking to themselves, we can literally get out Matt or Jag right now, something like Jag and Blue we throw up on the block.
Yeah.
Like for Jag to definitely be safe, he really needs like him and Cameron to win HOH.
Yeah. That's true.
But like that's also me saying it in a way where like Jag is possible to go home. If Corey wins HOH, I don't know if he definitely goes through. I don't think he definitely goes for Jag, but that's just why, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At number 3, I got Nicole because I think that she's on the outside of the house, but she has a few relationships. I think she's pretty clear, in the clear still.
Yeah.
She really has to start winning because maybe you know what? Actually, we're going to have a live edit to these. Live edit?
No way.
Yeah, so actually, Nicole is going at 5 behind Jag and Felicia. Like, she's a good spot in this game, but she probably could go home. Like, just like there's no reason. People forget she's in the house, I feel like.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then at number 2, we got America. I honestly think that if she loses Corey, like in 2 weeks, people stop going after her. And then by the end of the season, we're like, oh my gosh, America's in the finals. And then she gives an amazing speech of why she deserves it. And we're all like, yeah, you take the money. Take it.
I was just going to say that, like, I think Corey going home wouldn't be bad for America's game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And don't have it, though, be like this week. Do it in like 2 weeks. Like, you still need a little bit with Corey, I think, but But as long as he goes home before you're good. And then at number 1, Matt.
Yeah,
dude, it's like what a week for him. I mean, he was just epic. I mean, he put himself in literally no one's putting him in the block situation. No one.
That's it. That's just what happens when your name is spelled MATT. You're sick.
Yeah. Shout out to my J-Man Jag. And shout out to my J-girl Bowie Jane.
You really want to associate yourself?
No, I take it back. But yeah, so wow.
What a week.
Another episode.
Yeah. That was only 2 episodes too. Like, wow.
Yeah. No.
I
wonder how long that was.
Never fails.
How long did we was that like
I think it was like an hour.
Yeah. I was like, oh, 11
Classic.
o'clock. That's crazy.
This is gonna be an electric head of household.
I know. I know. I don't. It's impossible to even guess at this point.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I guess I want.
I want
I
Matt.
want to see.
I want Matt to win it.
Well, I don't like.
I don't want him because he'll get blood on his hands, but
Yeah,
I want
like I
it.
don't think I want Jag to win it because he would gain nothing by winning this week. What I would want to happen is maybe America win it.
Mm,
No, would America go after Jag?
no, no.
Maybe Cameron. Just have Cameron win.
Cameron would be fun. I was just gonna say that. I think that would be a fun.
I think it would be really interesting to see like Cirie win it.
Yeah. Or with like McCall. Would McCall put up Corey in
Matt,
America knowing that they're in the
Matt
new
and Jag,
alliance?
but they're
Yeah,
working together.
exactly. Yeah.
So I think she puts a Matt and Jag.
Yeah.
Or Cameron. Cameron.
Yeah.
Maybe she puts up Cameron in blue, you know?
Yeah. That's
But
easy.
then that would be clutch for Matt and Jag, who then could win a veto and then like decide like, okay, who are we riding with? Blue?
Damn. Or they keep numbers the same.
Yeah.
They're like, screw y'all.
Yeah. We're hoping this week the twist is you both go home.
Yeah.
That's
funny.
All right. Well,
Another one.
Episode. Peace out. Remember to comment below all the bad takes that Matt has and like, subscribe, click on the notification bell, and good luck to Matt tomorrow at homecoming.
Thank you. And make sure to love one another. Shout out Julie.